Hey guys, welcome back. Hey, so if you're looking behind me, you see the baby Nitro is back. For about $1,200, she did get fixed. We had a broken shift shaft. I had them do an oil change. They found some water in the gear case. So they did a new seal kit with a new impeller. And long story short, I've been out on the water with her this past week and she's running better than ever. So I can't be more thankful for that than I am right now. But I also wanted to share with you a candid experience that I've had during this whole evolution of being on the fence whether or not to fix or to purchase new. That may be an obstacle that any of us face at some point with any boat that we have is where do you draw the line? And I think that my experience is somewhat relevant and it could and should be shared. Again, it's very candid. This is some behind the scenes things that you may not typically see on a YouTube video. Yeah, with that being said, I went at that time when girl was in the shop. I had looked at some new boats and didn't see anything there at the lot that I really fell in love with, and it was brought to my attention, hey, you don't see what you like here, let's go ahead and just have you order one, and then it can be everything that you want it to be, and we can do it now and get the price locked in, and so on and so forth. So that's what I did. Clue you in on a phone call, again, because everything's on the upfront, everything's legit. I'm not making anything up. It is what it is. In hindsight, I was saved about $63,000 from making a $63,000 mistake, and that's the way I see it right now, being that how things were handled. I was going to purchase a new Triton 18 TRX, and had I gotten the boat, I would have explained to you why I went that route as opposed to a lot of the other 18 foots that are out there and things of that sort. Well, that video is not going to happen. You guys listen to this phone call in its entirety. Feel free to drop some comments, what you think about that. What would you have done? Hello?
Mr. Smith.
Yes, sir.
Hey, buddy, this is over Bass Pro Shops. How you doing?
All right, man. So, Randy's trying to explain to me what's going on here. The problem I'm having, I think you're well aware of the problem that I'm having, and I think that you would have the same problem with it that I'm having with it. If any rational human, I believe, would. So, again, I just want to confirm that we put this deal together. There was a call ahead to say, yes, this is okay, we can do this. We submitted the order. I've got a purchase order with a deposit down. And then roughly, 2 weeks later, I'm told I cannot order the boat. It's going to cost me roughly $37,000, almost $4,000 more to get the absolute identical product that I initially did a purchase order on. Is that correct?
That is correct. And Mr. Smith, I apologize that we haven't gotten to you earlier. What we've been doing on the backside, as soon as we found out of this issue that we're having with it, that we've been trying to, go to battle for you and get this deal done at the price that we needed to. And here's the mistakes that we made. The mistakes that we made was your boat that you ordered has not been built. It is going to be built at the factory. The model year changes in July. So the factory is building 2025s right now. So number one, he should have known that he was going to have to build a 2025. And I know that we made a phone call to one of our uppers that said that we could order a 2024. But when we made that phone call, we didn't explain ourselves as well as we could have. We should have explained to him that we're going to be building a brand new boat, ordering a brand new boat.
Yeah.
And obviously in 2025, we can't go back. They're building 2025s today.
Okay.
They can't go back and mark them for 2024.
Can I interrupt you?
So go ahead.
Okay, so that's not the only problem. The problem is they still have a website up right now that I use to put this deal together that is of those same prices. So again, you're dealing with a factory or a company that goes and does their 2025s, but they haven't even changed their own website. Because like I told, if it's happening to me, it's happening to other people. So, I mean, and on their deal, no haggle, no hassle, national price. I can build the same boat right now on their website that I built 2 weeks ago, but you're telling me that they changed this back in July. That's a real problem, because what has that allowed to happen? Exactly where we're at right now.
Sure. And, not only is it that we make a mistake in thinking that we could build a new boat and call it a 2024 and the year model of 2025, when I got the form in front of me, Stephen, I should have noticed that. That is on me, 100%. I should have known that we cannot build a brand new boat in year model of 2025 and call it a 2024 and get a 2024 discount on it. Well, I should have known that. Well, I'm just new in the role, and I'm not going to be able to use that excuse for much longer, but I should have, and I apologize for that. I should have cut that off at the past way before it got to this point.
The 2024 versus 2025 is just semantics. Like I told, I have ordered a boat through you guys before, did the deal, and but the process took so long, I didn't take delivery until the next model year, and that's what it was on paper. So again, I'm not jiving with this. We're in September. I mean, that should, whether your boat is titled at 24 or 25, and to say, okay, well, model will products will increase, roughly about 2% every year. I mean, cost of things going up. This is well over 2%. I mean, this is almost like 8%. So that's kind of like, well, why are they going up $4,000 for just the change of a model number? No, nothing else on the boat has changed. I know what it is to look for a boat. It's a pain in the ass, number one. Number two, this is why I went this route, was to order it specially, have it my name on it as it's going through the process. But it just definitely has not lived up to that. And the other thing that it's got me concerned is if we're having these kind of problems on the upfront, what's going to happen later when I need to, if I have some other problems after the boat comes in. I mean, it just is too many. This is $60,000+. I mean, yeah, that's a lot of money. And then maybe it's not a lot of money to some people, but it's a lot of money to me. Getting your hopes set and then being told, no, they're going to raise it 4. And 4, maybe that's not a big deal, but I was pretty much at my max with what I was committing to, as it were. I mean, I just can't, I'll have to look elsewhere. I mean, I wanted this boat. I felt like, hey man, this is going to be perfect, but I just can't, I can't roll with that. And if anybody, if any mistakes are made, the mistakes were not made by me. And somebody should use typically in a customer service situation, and we're talking about, this is an umbrella multi-billion-dollar company. If you guys can't own a $3,000 mistake, which is really, I still question whether it's a mistake. I think it goes beyond that with just wanting to raise something arbitrarily because they don't have any better pulse on the economy than I do or you do. They could roll off charge $4,000 more for this boat, but at the end of the day, 3 months after that they can't sell them, they could drop it by $8,000. You see what I'm saying? And I've done paid more than everybody else, so I'm left in the cold. So there's a lot of considerations when you spend your money like this. So
I certainly understand, and I want you to know, Stephen, we have ran the flagpole up everybody we can think of that could possibly make this deal better for us. Whether we could get some of the money back, all the money back. Like, we have done everything. We've made every phone call. We've called everybody we can call in order to try to get this deal somewhat swallowable. You know what I mean? Like, I understand that you walked away from here thinking that you're going to have a brand new boat at a certain price, and today we're telling you that we can't do that price. And I've done all I can to try to get that number down for you, and I've ran into a whole bunch of no's. So unfortunately, there's not anything else I can do for you except for tell you that I can give your deposit back to you and let you know that I'm extremely sorry for the confusion. I'm taking this as an extreme learning lesson from my front because, I mean, it's $60,000 and that's a lot of money to me.
What's 63?
It's a lot of money to my business. It's a lot of money to my business. It's a lot of money to my top line, and I'm held accountable to that type of thing. So to know that if we would have cut this off at the pass and whenever the boat was being ordered, if we'd have known that or if I would have caught, again, I'm going back to blaming myself for this deal. If I'd have caught it whenever I signed that work order that we were trying to build a 2024 in the year of 2025, maybe this doesn't hurt us as bad. Maybe the deal can go through. You know what I mean? Maybe there's a way of making this deal happen better than now. Because obviously, having to come to you and tell you that you're going to have to pay more for your boat than what was expected is obviously killing this deal. And I'm extremely apologetic for that. I can't, I don't know what else to say as far as that goes. But it's not only. I understand you're upset, but I'm also upset too because I'm losing the sale. I'm losing top line sales. I'm going to have to call the factory and tell them to stop producing that boat, and I don't know what that's going to cost me either.
Well, he says that. And again, I don't know, but he basically said it got kicked back, meaning they didn't start building it. Would be my interpretation of what that meant. Are you telling me that they went ahead and still built it, even though
it is not being built yet? But
well, there you go.
If I don't have confirmation that you want the boat,
I'm done.
Okay.
So they can refund my deposit. I'll look elsewhere, and I'll probably maybe even have to pay more. But you know what? Hey. You know what it's like. I know that you've gotten a foul taste from some deals that you've tried, or people, or places, and it's hard to overcome something like that. And it is what it is. Hey, I will tell you though. I want to tell you that was fantastic. You guys bringing that boat over here, making sure it fit. I appreciate that 100%. And I told. It is what it is. I know what it's like to be in a role in which you don't have the support from the people up above. You know what I'm saying? You're left hamstrung. And there's only so much stuff that you can do at a sales level or even at your level. But they set you up for failure. Okay? They set you up with a website that's reflecting the ability to do everything that I did 3 weeks ago and to come into a place just like I did and do the exact same thing. And that's the feeling that I have. If it's happening to me, it's happening to other people.
All right. Well, again, I apologize. I wish I had a better answer for solving this issue with you to keep you as a customer. But I don't blame you for doing what you got to do.
All right, sir. And I guess there'll be, the refund will be automatic. Do I have to come there with my card or do anything or whatever? And that gets me back to, again, this just the purchase order itself. I'm looking at this and we've got everything, and I'm like, it's signed and blah blah blah. But I guess at the end of the day, with this legalese, nobody's committed on either end to doing anything this paperwork even represents. Am I correct in that assumption?
If the paperwork was, legitimate and that we were building a boat that was in the model year, correct? Then I think we have, the stuff there. But, obviously we made a mistake with putting a 2024 on there instead of 2025.
Yeah, even though that we are in the year of 2024 for another 4 months. Okay. Well, I don't know. All right, man. Shit.
As far as your deposit goes, I will have that deposit refunded to your card. I don't believe there's any reason for you to come in for that. I'll have that deposit refunded to your card, and I'll let TV call as soon as we get that done this afternoon. Okay.
Maybe I'll find one of these things somewhere, and it'll be like $8,000 or $10,000 less than now. That's why I'm saying, these guys, the bird in the hand is so much more valuable, and yet they're whining about $3,700. I don't get it at all.
I didn't get it either, but I want you to know that we turned over every rock we could turn over to make this still happen for you.
Okay, all righty.
Unfortunately, it didn't happen.
All right, sir. Thank you.
All right, thank you,
All right,
Stephen. Thank
bye-bye
you for your
now.
time.
All right. Hey, I guess it wasn't meant to be. And what would you guys do? I mean, at a certain point, you have to be principled enough to say, you know what, enough's enough. This is the deal that we made. And yeah, it's 37 on 63 plus thousand. But again, it is what it is. You know, everything that they represent and everything that they advertise is no hassle, no haggle, but yet that's where we're at. There's been videos made, you know, and there's a lot of people that are kind of, you know, made light of why these boats are so expensive. And their answers a lot of times is you want the prices lower, don't buy them. Okay, which is sometimes easier said than done. You know, it is what it is. You want to get these. You want a new boat. You've got to, you know, make certain concessions that you want to buy. However, there's not an excuse for when you make a deal and then they can't do right by that deal, especially a large company like Triton and Bass Pro. I still felt like since it had progressed to in writing and a deposit was put down, that they would stand behind that, but that's not what happened. You know, what will the future hold? What kind of boat will we be looking at? You know, that price range that I was looking in, and the reason why I went with Triton as opposed to Phoenix or Skeeter or, you know, any of those 18 class, aside from the fact that they were putting 200s on Tritons, that was a big appeal to me. We made sure that it fit in the garage, and it has to fit in the garage. That's a big thing to me. I'm not going to pay storage. With that said, them going above and beyond with that price, it is now going to make me look at some of these other brands of what I can get for that same money. So we'll see. We'll see what we can do. Whether or not a new boat is actually on the horizon or not, I don't know. But I thank you guys for tuning in. I hope this video, you found this video helpful. And if so, please like and subscribe. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye now.